NS Folsom in the chat is talking about his antidepressants, and just to talk like so that's no that's totally part of it. I'm on antidepressants as well, and the shitty time that I was talking about where I moved back in with my mom for a while. Part of getting past that for me was getting on antidepressants, just sort of like what Austin's talking about, recognizing that there was stuff in my life that I needed to fix, and in this case, part of it was like, oh hey, I can't do this on my own. I need to get help outside of that, and that help was getting on antidepressants.
I'm so happy that the conversation around therapy and around psychiatry has changed in the country over the last couple decades, to where we've accepted that can be a necessary part of improving our lives, that it's not just that you're a failure or you're a bad person for needing help.
Let's clarify, I am a failure, 100%.
Well, and a bad person, but
my father has told me.
I bet. Oh, Phil, you're going to be a really good dad.
Oh.
You're going to be great.
We'll find out. Soon. Live on stream.
Right.
Let's play Fatherhood.
Can't wait.
Oh god. Gotta go. No, not in real life, sorry. I was just... I did bad things in this game.
That would have been the best timing. And also, I hope you wouldn't have hung up the Skype call, so it would have just been me and Janine, like, and Gordon is just on a ladder indefinitely.
I left the stream running.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, we can't quit out of the stream. Like, we want to just take over the stream, but we can't.
We can't. No one can. And what are we going to do? We're not going to text him and be like, Phil, can you please stop streaming? Cockbox says, let's play 18 plus years of fatherhood. Definitely plus. Definitely.
Yeah. Especially
and also,
millennials, am I right?
Yeah, they're the worst.
But also, I misread it first as 18 plus years of Fallout, and I was like, wow, I knew that game had a lot of content, but 18 years.
Great. So now you guys may have just saw the first one of the few plot twists in this game, which is...
Yeah.
Hey, these soldiers were supposed to come and rescue us from these aliens, but they're attacking us. What's the deal with that?
Soldiers.
I said I was quitting like a while ago, and I just didn't. We got into a pretty serious discussion.
Right. And what's better to talk over with serious stuff than Half-Life?
Killing aliens. Turrets.
I'm just saying, guys, don't worry. Things get better. And the only way your life is going to improve is if you keep watching this stream every day.
Yep.
Tell all your friends. Please, for the love of God, tell your friends.
Rate, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe
follow
to me.
On iTunes.
Follow me on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Tumblr, on Last.fm, Spotify.
LiveJournal.
Dead Journal.
Dead Journal, yeah, thank you. I always forget that one.
Friendster.
This is my jam, is my new thing. I've been doing a lot of that. Follow me on there, please.
Yep, you just followed me on that. I need to put up a new This Is My Jam.
I gotta get one too, but just follow me,
This
please.
is it though. Make sure you set the Phil Kohler live stream as This Is Your Jam. 'Cause I jam on this.
Yeah, this is my jam right now, for sure. Hold on, there's some more that I'm forgetting. Follow me on Polygon.com. A lot of people realize we're a gaming website. They don't realize we're also a social networking site. You can be in groups.
Forums.
You can join forums. Yeah. You can follow me, please. For the love of God,
follow
I need
Phil
it.
on Steam.
Do you have a Giant Bomb account?
Cards.
Can we follow you on Giant Bomb?
Yeah, I'm on Giant Bomb. I'm on Steam. I'm on
Google Plus.
Yeah, Google Plus.
Believe it or not,
I was gonna say for last, but
on the street.
The most important.
Just follow you on the street.
Please. Here's my 3DS friend code. RazorDongers.com.
Right.
The hottest new social networking site.
Right.
Where you can check at any moment you can find out if my dongers are raised or lowered.
Can I follow you on AIM Social, AOL Instant Message Social?
I am on Zanga. Thank you for reminding me. Snorlaxatives, which is the fucking best name. Oh, I love you. Please come back to this chat because this is the first time I've seen you. Have you been in here before?
I think
we
that's
met?
the first time I've seen Snorlaxatives
Me
too.
too.
That's a great name, and I feel like I would remember it. Yeah, I'm up on GeoCities.
Yep.
I'm on that Angel Fire? Is that
Angel
a thing?
Fire.
That was a
Yep,
thing,
Angel
yeah.
Fire.
Thing?
Tripod.
Tripod?
Yep. Make sure you ask Jeeves about him.
Yahoo Answers.
Yahoo Answers.
I'm
Right. Sorry,
usually
we
on
almost
there
forgot the most important
letting
one.
people know, answering their questions.
AOL keyword Coca-Cola.
Right.
Fuck.
You're all right, Janine. You're okay. Hot or not.
AOL Christian Singles Room, Virtuosphere says.
Right. Rate my professor. Professor Kohler.
Oh shit, apparently that is my friend Brooke, who is super duper awesome. I had no idea that she was watching or that her name is Snorlaxatives, which is fucking great. Good work on that. You just got bonus friend points, so enjoy those.
Good hustle. Polar Scribe says you totally have a pepper next to your name and rate my professor. That means you're hot.
Fucking rate my professor. Did you guys ever use Rate My Professor for real?
Yeah, of course I used rate
I
my
never
professor.
contributed to it, but
I
looked
read
at
it a
Oh,
lot,
yeah.
yeah. That is
I
my
also
deal,
didn't.
too.
Actually, I may have once or twice for like a professor who I thought was unfairly.
Being unfairly, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh, they were a hard ass about something. I'm
I also used-
terrified.
I used Rate My MD to look up the campus doctor at my university, and wow, that was not a good idea.
I bet. I'm kind of terrified because I know I'm a year away from that. That is my future.
Being
if there was
rated?
Yeah. Like, if there's a Rate My TA, I'm sure I would already
Could I
be
get?
on it.
I don't know if Resting Coder is still in the chat, but I want him to get. I want to make RateMyAustin.com.
God.
And just like really, I'm trying to help you confront your fears. I just want to make a site where everybody rates you, and just
No,
you.
I can't do that. I can't.
Can't we just adapt a section of the wiki for that?
Probably.
purpose?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can we put up a poll on the wiki? Just like, what would you rate Austin?
Don't do this to me. I haven't done that many bad things to you, Phil.
That many, that you know of.
Right, that I recall.
Video games, you guys.
Crockbox says this Austin is 10 out of 10. Would Austin again? Yelp, you're on Yelp.
Oh fuck, we forgot
That's
about
hard.
Yelp. Please leave us a good review on Yelp. We want, we're a struggling small restaurant. We want more people to come by, but we really need you to get those reviews out there and let people know that, that it's worth stopping by here, and let them know which dish was your favorite.
Right. TripAdvisor, yeah,
Prove Gordon
Airbnb.
Ramsay wrong.
Gordon Ramsay. If we could get this stream on Kitchen Nightmares, I would be so psyched.
I would pay all of the money I'll make in the next year.
Which
if Gordon Ramsay.
Which is a shockingly very tiny amount. Like you actually didn't.
Guys,
you didn't commit to very much there.
No, I didn't. He makes more in a scene of an episode than I make in the next year. I'm certain of that.
Kitchen Nightmares is the one thing right now that for me, like, because it's on Hulu and easy to find and watch.
Right.
That is my like junk food TV that I'm just like, and I think it's important to have that. There's something that like I can watch and just like not think about. But it is 100%.
Have you watched Hannibal yet?
I haven't. I've heard really good things about
It's
it.
pretty fucking good, yeah.
But that's a show where I think it's genuinely good, whereas Kitchen Nightmares is more like I said, that's my junk food show where I'm just like, this is.
Oh yeah, guys, I shouldn't have done it. I looked it up. Gordon Ramsay makes in 2 minutes on Kitchen Nightmares what I make in a year.
What does he make?
I don't want to disclose that information.
I want to know.
He makes I'll tell you what he makes. He makes $250,000 an episode.
Jesus.
So.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah. So.
But you're making quite a bit from this stream.
Right, I'm making
that mad Twitch
fat
money.
Stacks. That right, exactly. That pad money. Follow that money. So,
but I mean, since we get paid in gold bars, there's that conversion time and stuff, and only certain banks really know what to do with them, and that's ass also.
What I've started doing, Janine, is I've just started transferring my gold bars into Steam cards, Steam trading cards. Because they're going to hold. Listen, I listen to Alex Jones. You've heard that guy, right? He speaks the truth. And Alex Jones
speaks the truth, yeah.
Right, he's a truth teller. He's telling the truth they don't want us to know. And he tells me that Steam trading cards are the future, and that they're safe and secure, and the government can't come and get them. You know, even when the walls fall, even when everything's going to hell, even when the barbarians are at the gates.
You'll always have your colon goblin cola.
The thing is, the barbarians are always at the gates.
Right.
Waiting there. The gobos are always at the gates.
And gobos. Now listen, I'm not saying the gobos can't be good people. I have this data in front of me. It's telling me that the gobos
most
are the ones.
gobos are not good people.
That's what it says. It says, we did the census.
And it's science. It's hard numbers.
It's just science. It's not prejudice. Because if it was prejudice, I'd be saying this stuff before I had them. I have the numbers. The numbers are here.
Yeah. Yes. Snorlaxatives, you do need to get in on a stream. Fuck. Snorlaxatives. Snorlaxatives.
Snorlaxatives.
That's golden. That is A+ Twitch name. Fucking nailed it. I'm gonna go.
That's also like the worst thing to get in Pokemon Snap, though. Like, you don't want that at all, ever.
Snorlaxatives.
Turn that one down.
Yeah. Anyways, fucking barbarians at the gates.
At the gates, ready to knock it down.
Alex Jones, like.
Fuck.
Talking like we actually watch and believe in Alex Jones has got to be one of my favorite things.
Me too. It's like one of my favorite stream
because
bits.
it is like people might not know, like somebody randomly coming in might not realize, but it is like so patently absurd that either of us or Janine even. I would believe that Janine is all about Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes across like that sort of person. One who's concerned about the future of our great nation. Canada.
Right. I
Alex
don't
Jones
think Alex Jones is at all interested in Canada.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure that he thinks it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Socialists and lesbians running free in the streets, eating babies.
Is Alex Jones anti-lesbian? Is that a thing?
Probably. Come on, I don't know.
I think
he doesn't seem like a dude who likes many things.
But no, the thing is, he's such like a libertarian icon to some degree. Like that's the side of the conspiracy theory point.
Yeah.
Like he might be part of like the do whatever you want, in private, and the government shouldn't be able to fuck with you. Like that might be his party line.
Yeah, that's why I would be surprised if he is actually. But I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be amused.
Right.
Probably a better way of putting that.
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, my assumption would be that Alex Jones believes Canada is very much like run by the Illuminati and the New World Order.
Right. The New World Order.
Canada's a big New World Order experiment. It's the first place where they're exercising their control fully.
Guys, I need to get around to writing this thing. I want to write about conspiracy theorists.
What about?
And
how they're
conspiracy theorists, how they're right, exactly. How they know the future. How they've seen through the curtain. They've pulled back the curtain, and they've seen what's really going on. But no, so it's one of those pieces that I want to write. That I want to. You know how I wrote that Animal Crossing piece that was really a piece about race?
Yeah.
I want to write a review.
That was a good piece.
I appreciate it. I want to write a review of this TV show Utopia, but it's really a piece about conspiracy theory. It's a show that is occasionally about a conspiracy theory, but more broadly, I've been thinking a lot about how people who are conspiracy theorists are driven by this kind of utopian perspective, where the conspiracy theory is something you have when you think that individuals and institutions are corrupt, that the CIA did something, to cover up something, that the Bilderberg Group or some other corporate group is fucking things over. And instead of having kind of institutional or structural critique in a broad way, like, oh, this entire way of doing things, this entire way of organizing life is fucked. It's really, optimistic to say, if only we got rid of these fucking corrupt assholes. These gobos are the ones behind it. If we just get rid of the gobos, everything will be better. Exactly. Like, that's what it is, and I think that's really interesting, because you take this thing where these people who come across as really pessimistic and really, like, paranoid, at the end of the day, because of what they're critiquing, because they're not critiquing structures and all they're doing is critiquing groups and individuals, they end up being really utopian and really, like, way too optimistic, as if all we have to do is get rid of the bad guys, and then everything will be okay. So I have to get around to writing that piece. At some point, I'll force myself to.
Side note, this has got to be the weirdest fucking stream discussion going on
It's
Twitch
weird.
right now. I'm glad that this exists.
Me too. Me too.
Also, things I shouldn't be asking you about on air, but I'm going to.
Sure.
Did you? Oh man, I'm in a bad spot here. I'm in a bad situation.
This is rough, dude.
Did you ever hear back from my colleague?
No, I actually just emailed him back. He told me last time I talked to him, I did immediately, and he said he really liked what I sent him. Like that week or whatever, he got back to me, and he said that they were still drafting contracts.
Sure.
For that segment, for that section, and I just emailed him back because he said it would take a week or two, and so I emailed him back today to be like,
Great.
hey.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure he had responded to you at some point.
Yeah, he definitely did.
There's a thing.
I really
I'm
appreciate
trying to get Austin some fucking paid work because he's.
That would be pretty great. Because
he's constantly all like 90% of
this.
this stream is just him talking about how he doesn't have any fucking money. And
I know. It's
he
not that I'm
hasn't
whining.
eaten in weeks, and God, shut up.
I spent all my money to get to America. I forgot that I have to eat in America. Oh man. Yeah, this has been a pretty good stream, Brooke. This has been a pretty good one.
I picked a great stream to pop my cherry, she says. Perfect.
Oh, great.
It's the name. You picked a good fucking name.
That helps
man.
Quite a bit. God, there is, this is definitely up there with the weird Phil Kohler game streams. We've had some weird ones. Did you see the check your privileges on the Wikia?
Does it actually explain the concept of privilege, or what is it?
No, of course not. What?
Great. Well, we did. We fucking had a stream where
Well, good news. The link, it's a link to that episode.
Oh, good. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just find that, like, to me, that is the thing that I want to, like, when people ask what the fuck I do on my stream, that I immediately tell them, like, we had a fucking discussion explaining what privilege is with Twitch chat.
Right. The actual title that you gave that episode was Check Your Digi Privilege.
Great. Perfect.
Perfect. Oh, man.
Then I nailed it.
Yep. Oh, man, it's part of the meme category on the Phil Kohler wiki.
So remember, everybody, go check out the Phil Kohler wiki. Go fill that shit out. Fill that shit out if you have a weird bullshit from this stream that you think is worth remembering. You know what? I'm actually glad that somebody made that, and the reason that I'm glad is because as I go through, because I rewatch everything as I'm preparing it for YouTube, and as I rewatch some of these episodes, like, it just occurs to me the further along we get into doing this, like, we are just becoming this Byzantine maze of weird references to shit that, like, so, like, having that is a good idea.
I'm with it, totally.
Not that I'm not, to be clear, I'm all for us becoming a weird maze of references to old shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not
I just
against
want I just want them to be able to navigate that maze.
Yeah,
I
just want, I want if somebody who is new to the stream, like, let's say a certain Snorlaxatives,
Right.
let's say Snorlaxatives comes to our chat, and it's Snorlaxatives' first time ever in the chat on this stream. I want them to be able to feel welcome.
Right.
And
when
like
someone says,
like there's a way for them to understand what the fuck is going on.
Right. When someone says, like, oh, this is just like Lance Uppercut, I need them to be able to say, like, huh? Well, let me just click this link and do a little search
when they
for
say,
Lance Uppercut.
what's Lance Uppercut? Somebody in the chat can say, let me show you.
Let me Google that for you.
here is a link where you can find out what Lance Uppercut's all about. By the way, can somebody please put in an entry for Lance Uppercut?
Right.
I'll put in an entry for Lance Uppercut if there's not one right now. I won't.
Please don't turn this stream into you editing the wiki for the stream.
Live editing the wiki?
Oh, Phil, don't do it.
I think it's a really good idea.
It's a pretty good idea. Oh, man. Yeah, we have a lot of inside jokes. We have a lot of...
One or two.
Weird, and it's happened pretty quick. I think Janine and I were just thinking about this. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Well,
I was
no,
like, man, that was 5 months ago.
You go back to literally Gun, which was like the first thing that I played through in full on the stream.
Right.
And it that's where the privilege thing started. Immediately that was an inside joke. Immediately it was like us making weird, dumb, like references to that. I don't know, man. This stream is dumb. This is the worst.
But it's the best kind of dumb, Phil.
It's the only thing that makes life worth living for me.
Like, the thing that I really like about this stream and the people who end up being on it, it's a lot like, the stream that we had... Fuck, was that yesterday?
Virtuous Sphere says it makes us all feel very special when we get the jokes, though, and that's what I'm saying. Is like I love that it does that, and I love that it feels, and I just don't want it to feel exclusive to like somebody new coming in, which is why the wiki's a cool thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, like if somebody really wanted to understand, they could go back and all of that stuff is out there. But at this point, that's
a lot of work.
It's hours of footage.
Yeah, and I don't even know where some of it starts. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember talking about All Heavy's No Med Kid's Final Destination.
Resting
but I don't
Coder
remember.
mentions that we can make a Twitch bot to automatically link to wiki articles.
Oh, Jesus,
that's not the worst idea.
It's not.
Sorry, you were saying.
Fuck, who even? Oh, I really like the thing that I like about the tone of the stream. Well, obviously, one, it's a space to have the dumbest, smartest talks that you ever want to have. You could say smart if you want, but I'm not. I think necessarily gonna. I think we get there. Like, I think about, like, we had that talk the other day about Dragon's Crown and gender and all that shit. But, like, we were playing the dumbest shit while doing it, and
hold on, we were playing Super House of Dead Ninjas. That's a pretty alright game.
Okay, we were by then, but earlier that night we've been playing Super Granny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I've said this about that race piece I wrote, that, like, my...
Super Granny is my favorite video game feminist.
Definitely. She knows what she wants. She's not afraid to step over any man who tries to get in her way, Like, that's how feminism works, right? A lot of man stepping over?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's my understanding. That's what I said.
Anyway, so when you joined feminism? The feminism? Oh.
How are the weekly meetings going, by the way?
That's good. We're running out of dudes to punch, but it's okay. We'll work something out.
Yeah, I'll be back soon.
That'll help.
Yeah, I'll bring the quota back up, So when I wrote that race piece, the responses that meant the most to me, this is fucked in some way. Like, I got a bunch of great responses from other people of color, and then from people in the LGBTQ community, and from women who said, like, oh, this I see a lot of this in my experiences as a minority or as
Crockbox says, hold on, sorry, I'll let you finish in just a second, but Crockbox says, the smartest dumb shit on the internet should be the stream tagline, and I totally agree.
Please. Yeah, me too.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. But, like, the responses that ended up meaning the most to me were dudes who were like, I'm white and straight and have never had to deal with this before, but this was entertaining, and, like, that made me think about this for the first time. And, like, I think that on our most thoughtful days, we do that. We're like, we were playing Mirror's Edge and you were dying constantly, but we're also talking about feminism, and walking that line is so much of when those conversations show up in game culture are at high tension moments.
Sure.
Are moments when people are being accused of something, when events are happening where people are being ostracized or being excluded, and everything is at its most stressful. And the fact that we can hit those topics here when also playing shitty fucking video games and being hilarious about it. The fact that we can say check your digi privilege while on one hand we're actually talking about privilege and also kind of joking around that entire discourse and also talking about Digimon means that, like, we're doing a good job here. We get to be both smart and dumb, and that's pretty great.
But especially dumb.
but especially dumb, but the best kind of dumb.
Okay, here's a cool part of this game, by the way. That dude just went flying.
No! Get it off me! Get it off!
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like, it's mind-blowing when this comes out, right? This is unbelievable. Yeah. Like, scripted events like this aren't a thing when this happens. You know?
Also, these guys have really interesting AI, too, because they're very much like, they don't have eyes, they react to sound.
Right.
And that's something that I think at the time that this game came out was a very, like, at this point, like, lots of games have done that weird, like, here's a monster that that only reacts to sound.
Right.
But at this point, huge. It was like something I'd never seen before, where I was like, oh man, if I'm really quiet, or if I, like, throw a grenade over here to distract them, like, I can actually get past them. I don't know.
Which is huge.
Interesting thing.
No, you're
History
right.
lesson.
Totally,
Half-Life. It's pretty cool.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It really is, because it gives the player new ways to express themselves and, like, new ways for their expressions to be read. It's not just about, like, how quick can you shoot these dudes and sidestep and walk around them, you know? Like, yeah. It kind of changes the conversation about what first-person shooters can do, which is the best.
Snorlaxative points out, super cool thing, the world's first gay gaming expo this weekend in San Francisco. One of my best friends is coming up to attend that. I'm really, really excited.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I would probably try and go if I was not about to have a baby.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to have the baby.
Wait a second. You've been lying to us this whole time? You told me you were having a baby. I thought you were having the baby. Why are you going to stop streaming if you're not even going to be the one who's having the baby?
If we're being completely honest, I probably won't stop streaming for very long.
Okay.
It's probably going to end up being, like, less than a week before I'm like, fuck it.
We'll see. Don't make any promises.
I mean, I'm not making any promises, for sure.
I've been kind of thinking the same thing. I think you're going to be super tired.
I really don't... Oh, you guys. Babies are so boring at first.
I don't know, man. Have you watched Will Smith and Jeff Green and Vinny Caravella and Dave Schneider did a little dad thing? There's like 2 episodes.
I just think they're mostly talking about, like, I don't know. I've talked to a lot of friends who have had babies very recently, and the consensus seems to be like the first, like, 6 months, particularly for the dad, are not that bad. Because it is very much like... Oh, hey, let me check something really quick. Hold on 1 second, guys.
The baby mostly stays where you put it.
Yeah, and, like, I'm not going to be feeding the baby, because I don't produce breast milk.
Wait a second.
Yet.
Right, once you have the baby, then you'll start...
We'll see what science can allow.
Okay, so make sure...
Okay, I have something weird and different to do on the stream here. I think you guys...
Is it editing the wiki?
No.